Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
All right, back at it again with another live episode of Unscripted, episode number 343 here on this Thursday, June 8th of 2023. Of course, I'm going to be your host, producer tonight, Logan Landers, as I have been the last about 2 weeks or so. And joining me, a guy who's been really helping me out here as of late, coming on the shows with Chris being out of action for a little bit, and Jay finishing up his move. More on that in just a minute. My boy, Pride, what's going on? What's going on, my friend?
What a do, Logan. A pleasure to be here. Love hearing your voice. And I just want to remind the world, LeBron is your all-time leading scorer. Drink it in, man. Yeah! Yes, sir. By the way, I just want to say one thing. Ever since you showed me that, I've been watching old TNA. Oh, and every time I've been watching, the only matches I've been watching is with Kurt Angle.
Oh, which ones have you been watching?
So I just finished watching. I think it was Bound for Glory 2007 when he fought against Sting. Okay. The next set that I have to watch is when it came out that Jeff was banging his wife. So every single time, I'm waiting for the one where he hits Jeff in the head with the guitar, so I can yell "Perk Angle" at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, I love it. Love the energy. Oh man. See it. Well, before we get into our show, we do have a special announcement for two reasons. First one, this is our debut, Pride, on Twitch, so we're making history tonight, me and you. Also, another one, this is our, I believe, 100th episode, or 100th video, should I say, on YouTube. So we are moving great in that direction. And the biggest news of all those, our boy, Jay McLovin, Jason McMahon, whatever you want to call him, big beard boy, he's coming back next Thursday. It's official. He texted us. He said, I will be back on the 15th. So a week from today, mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get a timer going here. I'll probably have that ready for either Saturday or next Tuesday for sure. The Jay McLovin Returns countdown clock, much like the Chris Jericho countdown to the new millennium, Pride. So we'll be ready to go. I know Jay is antsy to get back. I know he's had a lot going on with his big move going back to Texas. And I know he's excited to be there, but I know he is even more excited, I think, to get back on the show and to talk some sports with us. So we are happy to welcome him back next week. So Pride, let's get into it, man. First, before we start things off topics,
real quick, Logan. I changed his name in the group chat to Big Beard Boy, and I spelled boy like how Tyler Bate does it, B-O-I. So when you see in the group chat, Big Beard Boy, it's him. I just want to let you know.
Oh, dude,
I want you to be aware of the debate.
I'm checking the Facebooks right now. Let me see. Oh, that is beautiful. I'm so proud of you. And he's probably just gonna be like, what's going on here? So a welcome surprise in that regard too. But like I said, if you enjoyed the show tonight, hopefully you do. Follow us on all of our socials. It's now updated. Let's get Facebook. Just type in Unscripted. You'll find us. Twitter, Unscripted Guys over there. Me and my boy Frankie C, we're putting in work over there. TikTok, Unscripted Sports. Same with YouTube and now Twitch. Like I said, we go live Tuesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern at night, and Saturdays at 1. Pride, we have a lot to discuss, my friend. We're going to talk the big ones first. Heat Nuggets preview, much like we did the other night. Game 3 is in the books, and my God, Jokic and Murray. Do I need to say more? Give us your thoughts, my friend.
Honestly, you said too much, right?
That's too many words. Yeah, I hit my word count.
If you just said Jokic, I'm with you.
Okay.
Like this anomaly, right, is becoming on par with LeBron in terms of when you thought you saw the best this man can do. He goes, "You thought that was it?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Nah," and then gives me more. 32, 10 assists. How many boards did he have, by the way?
A grand total of 21.
His boards could legally drink.
Facts.
Like
and his defensive rebounds could smoke and vote.
Yes. And this is a man who moves slower up the court than me.
And we don't even play. We watch.
No, like this.
That's just us at LA Fitness,
bro. Honestly, I don't know how he does it. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Jokic. You know, Murray, game 2 was a struggle for him. Man couldn't do nothing. He said, "You think it's gonna happen again?" Nah. And what'd he do? He dropped 34 for no reason whatsoever. Might I add, there was no reason. I remember there was one play in specific. I think it was in the third quarter. It was a scramble play. And Miami had a layup, and everyone got ecstatic. Everyone in Miami, they felt so good about themselves. And Jokic is just like, he looks bored like always. I don't know what it is with him. But Murray,
there's no emotion. The only time I've seen him show emotion is when he went and shoulder checked one of the Morris twins. I forget which one.
Yeah, but he should have shoulder checked both of them. But like Miami fans, they're ecstatic. They're feeling themselves. They're all happy about it.
It's a home game, yeah.
Yeah, and then when the inballs, when they ball it in, Murray, he's kind of telling everyone, "Yo, chill out." Then they run some set plays, and then in the same shot clock, he hits a 3, and then all of a sudden Miami got mad quiet. No one wanted to talk anymore, and Murray's just like looking around, like doing little looks, like, "Y'all not talking no more." Oh well. This was just, I told you, these, in my opinion, Denver in 5, and it's only because they wanted to end it at home.
That's fair. But they gotta get the fans something.
That's it. But I gotta give that Christian Braun, I think he's a rookie. I think he might have been a rookie. I
believe so. I can check.
He came in.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I remember
he's a first round pick in 22. Came out of Kansas.
Yeah, he's a guard, right? And it was funny because they said something about Braun, and I looked because I was like, Braun Strowman plays basketball? What I missed? What a guy! That's what I said. That was my first thing. And then I see the antithesis of Braun Strowman. This Matt McClung looking ass kid was like feeling himself. Credit to him. And it's crazy because on the bench,
15 points out of nowhere.
7 for 8 from the floor.
Yeah, I'm about to say you didn't miss.
But the thing is you got guys empowering him. Like Michael Porter Jr., who kind of was butthurt because my man was doo-doo.
1 of 7.
He was doo-doo. This is the second game in a row. He's
only shot 2 threes also. That's low for him.
Which is, honestly, I feel like the reason why it was only 2 was he kind of saw Murray and Jokic cooking. Because this has been a recurring theme for him. When they are cooking, he takes a back seat.
Which he should. That's what you have to do to win.
Which I love.
And it's working.
I love that. 110%. I love that. I love how he knows himself. He's like, look, bro, it is what it is. Y'all cooking, y'all do your thing. Never mind the fact that Aaron Gordon kind of went 5 for 10, so it kind of helped alleviate a little bit of that pressure. And then, you know, I honestly, they played a great game. They really did. And everyone keeps telling me, yo, Miami, you know, you know, at home, you know, that fan base, they're erratic. They'll get in your head. I'm like, nah, dog. Like, you gotta stop. Like, yeah, sure, that might work against a team that's not comfortable on the road. Maybe. But against the best team in basketball, led by the best player in the NBA right now, that's child's play. Like, this is child. Like Jokic looks bored at home.
No,
when he's got his fans and they're cheering for him, he looks bored. What you think? You think that's really gonna hurt his feelings?
No.
Jamal Murray low key plays to the audience sometimes. Like you see multiple times when something happens, he'll
look at the crowd.
He'll look at the crowd, tell them to calm down and whatnot, and then he'll hit a three, just like he did in Game 3. So it's like, for me, it's like this does not surprise me at all in the slightest. And tomorrow, I don't know if you want to get into that, but
we'll get into it.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But in terms of Game 3, again, the problem I told everybody, and I said this before, it's not just stopping Jokic. You need to worry about Jamal Murray too. Jimmy Butler can't guard Jamal Murray. Jimmy Butler can't guard Jokic. So who is he guarding now? Who's he guarding? The man's useless now. And he's supposedly defensively, he a dog. He a problem.
You know what I think it is, Brian?
He a problem for his own team.
I think he might be gassed.
It has nothing to do with being gassed. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this 110%, and I believe this wholeheartedly.
Okay, what's your theory?
Even if Denver went 7, you're still seeing the same thing. I've been screaming this, and you've been with me here. I've been screaming this for a long time. Defensively, Butler not that same dude. He's not. The only time he ever really was this monstrous defensive ace was when that was his only responsibility. Early in Chicago, when people were saying, "Oh yeah, defensively he's a gem," well, yeah, it's because they didn't really rely on him. Then he goes over to Minnesota. Defensive, I don't know. I think that defensive game kind of went out the window.
Yeah,
again, his entire tenure with Minnesota was just weird. Like that team is weird.
That was a weird era that they were in right there.
That team is weird. Like
really, just the whole franchise. But that's another topic for another day.
Yes, that organization is
strange.
Weird.
I would say the definition of mid.
Honestly, even
lower.
I think lower.
I would say, I'd say they're trying to be like the Indiana Pacers in a way, because the Pacers they're always going to be like middle of the road, like they're never really going to be a championship team. They haven't been in over 20 years, but they're never going to be the bottom of the barrel. It's kind of like Minnesota, even though Minnesota had the number 1 pick a couple seasons ago.
I could rock with that a little bit.
Like a lesser Indiana Pacers.
I could rock with that.
A lesser value of that.
Yeah, they're just weird. But anyway,
I got top.
Like my whole thing is, no matter who you put Jimmy Butler on, he's getting 30 dropped on his head
nightly.
Like, and let's be fair here. That's what's been happening. Not just this series, not the entire playoffs, his entire career. Like, I don't. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a hater. I don't know. But this does not surprise me. It really doesn't. Again, Jamal Murray is just going out and showing and proving to everyone what he did a few years ago. That wasn't an anomaly. Like Logan, I think we had this conversation. When Jamal Murray was balling in the bubble, a lot of people were desperate to discredit him because that really, in a lot of people's eyes, that was the first time he really came out. Pause. But if you've been watching Denver, this man has been making his ascension ever since. Because the reason why a lot of people don't really like Jamal Murray, he started his career 0 for 30 something.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I forgot he was on that really bad streak of not hitting any shots.
Where my man couldn't hit nothing, bro. My man could not shoot in a pool if he was next to it, bro. My man was missing everything. He was the type of dude that would go on the diving board and hit the edge. Like that's what he was doing.
That's how rough it was.
And a lot of people saw that and thought, this is it for him.
This is what we're going to be in for X amount of years. But it's
so,
not. I mean, he's proven that. He proved it back. Well, since we're going back to it, he proved it back in the bubble. That's kind of, I would say, his coming out party. You know what I mean? Where people are like, okay, this guy is kind of legit. But I think now what we're seeing in this playoff run, not just the finals, not just the Western Conference Finals, the entire playoff run, is he's solidifying himself as, I don't know if I'd say a superstar, but
he's a star.
Yeah, that's a good point. He is a star.
Yes.
I would not say superstar, but he is definitely a star and someone to be definitely keep your eye out on every night.
What he is for me is what Jaylen Brown is for the Celtics.
Yeah, not like that 1A, but that 1B. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
A 1A guy who can take over in stretches,
but
at the same time knows his role. Yeah. And it's like, as nice as I think I am and as much confidence I got in myself, I know the guy that I'm playing with, he's that guy. You know what I mean? And and here's the thing, man. Like, this is kind of the thing with Jamal Murray. And like I said, every year he's been getting better. Every year. And it's just been an ascension for him.
Mm-hmm.
And people just don't want to get over the first time you really saw him, because remember, it was rough. So I think this is just him continuing to prove I am that guy. Aaron Gordon it's weird. I call him the bizarro Russell Westbrook.
Okay, why is that?
So remember when Russell Westbrook first came in the league? He was a defensive ball stopper. Like, his job was just to go out there and be a defensive menace. As he went on in his career, he forgot about defense and focused more on offense.
Like, solely on offense. Like,
exactly.
I mean, he has his moments, don't get me wrong, but I mean...
Yeah, right. But most of the time it's now offense. Aaron Gordon came into the league as an offensive high flyer, and more specifically, ever since he's gotten to Denver, is now resorting over to the defensive side of the ball. Where now he'll get a couple shots here and there, he'll take them, but his job is to guard the best player on the other team.
And that's the thing, too, I think, with Denver, and why both of us have picked him. I'm pretty sure everyone on our panel, except for Rob Scott, for obvious reasons, picked them to win, is because they have just a really good team. They all mesh well together. And a big factor why I think that Denver's up in this series 2-1 is just one reason. I think the three-point shooting. Now,
yes,
in Game 3, Denver only took 18 three-pointers the entire night. That is pedestrian.
Yep.
Meanwhile, for Miami, they shot almost double that, Brad. They shot 35 times.
Which is weird, but they're not good at shooting threes.
No, they were 11 for 35.
And that doesn't really surprise me at all. Like, again, like, Denver is Denver is a very smart team with a very smart coach.
Yeah.
This is a reason why I say Eric Spoelstra is not that great of a coach as everyone wants to give him credit for. Because he continues to want his team to shoot threes until the game is over. Then he'll go on the podium and then start saying some ridiculous stuff. Talking about, I wanted more penetration. Hold on, timeout. You were mic'd up. You're calling for more threes. And you guys so far are 1 for 12. It's like the same thing with Boston. I think, what was it? I think it was Game 6. Yeah, Game 6. Where we only hit like 4 threes. Mazzulla made a stop. Because he's like, dog, what are you doing? That's what's going on with Denver. If they're not getting their shots, and again, this just shows you how great the coaching really is. You got a guy in Michael Porter Jr. who gives himself the green light. And he's checking himself.
In the biggest series of his life.
Like, yes, like, think about it. And this is 100% the biggest series of his life, coming off of back surgery.
This could be the only time he ever plays in the finals. Let's not get it twisted. You never
know. Who knows?
You don't know. We don't know.
This is a kid who's coming off of back surgery and off a contract that nobody agrees with.
That's true. He did get that bag.
And at the same time, he's out here telling himself constantly, like, he's been telling everyone, well, listen, you give me the ball, I'll score. Now you're starting to see him go, I'll fall back. And that is what makes this team so special, where it doesn't look like anyone's really playing with an ego. It doesn't. It looks like everyone's just playing in the swing of the game.
Right, and that's that's why Denver's looks so good. So let's get into Game 4, Pride. Game 4, like I said, this is a big game here. Miami, it's not win or go home, but it's win or you're in a deep, deep hole. So how do they come back? What do they have to do to give themselves a fighting chance? Is it Butler being maybe more aggressive? Is it Adebayo taking less shots, I would say? Because, I mean, he's actually been, in terms of stat line, not that bad. Like, he's been better than what people expected, but it's still just not enough. Or do you think it's like the bench players need to step up more? What would be your big key for Miami in Game 4?
Like, so there's a multitude of things.
Okay,
a huge a vast multitude of things. So first and foremost, for everyone that was so thirsty and so desperate to get on Jason Tatum, I need that same energy for Jimmy Butler. I need that same energy because what has Jimmy Butler been doing? Nothing.
He's just kind of been there. You know?
Nothing. He is horrible.
I mean, you could arguably say that Adebayo has been better than him in the series.
And Adebayo hasn't been that much better either. That's the sad part about the entire situation. That's really the sad part of the entire situation. Game 1, Jimmy Butler, 6 for 14 for 13 points. Bam Adebayo, 13 for 25, 26 points.
Not bad. That's not bad.
But then Game 2, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Game 1 was when Caleb Martin went cold. So people are come the third quarter. People were like, "Oh yeah, Jimmy Butler really got to take over," because this is coming off of Caleb Martin having a game 7 against Celtics,
a good series all in all.
Yeah, right, and he came off a very great game. And then now people were looking at him like, okay. Right?
Hey,
now
and Pride, just the real quick to throw something in there. So being a Hawks fan, what Caleb Martin did, and I don't know if you remember this or not, is kind of what Damari Carroll did with the Hawks back in like 2015-16. That man had a insane postseason run, got a bag, and then disappeared. I'm just saying.
I mean, no, you're not wrong.
You're saying.
Really not wrong. So Game 2, Jimmy Butler, 7 for 19. With 21 points. Dog shit. Okay? Dog shit. Okay? Shot under 40%. Dog shit. Any other player, we're killing him. But as Jimmy Butler, we got to be nice. Bump that noise.
Hey, he's got that coffee, though.
You said what?
He's got that good coffee, though, apparently.
Goofball.
He signed all these deals, man.
And mind you, 21 or under 40% shooting. Again, this isn't a win.
No.
So this gave Miami a whole bunch of false hope. Right? That was the game that Bam Adebayo was pretty solid. Gabe Vincent was also, I don't want to say solid for him because he was actually pretty great.
Yeah, he was probably the best player on the court for them.
Yeah.
For them.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
Let's not get twisted.
So I ain't gonna take that from him, right? He played great for them. And then we have yesterday. And yesterday, what did he do again? 11 for 24. Under 46% from the floor, 28 points. Compare that to Bam, 22. Granted, this was, his shooting was game 3.
Right.
But again, at least Bam Adebayo was trying to do more. He was trying to crash the boards. He was trying to initiate offense. Like, you're asking me, what should the Heat do? Get a new roster. Like I
pack it up, son.
I'm just saying, like, your supposed best player can't handle it. Don't feed me this stuff about, oh, he's exhausted, oh, he's tired, oh, this, that, and third. Because you know who else was exhausted? Gabe Vincent. My man was hooping. You know who else is probably exhausted? Bam Adebayo. Bam had a couple good games. So no, I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh yeah, Jimmy, you don't feel good." Oh, don't worry, bro, it's okay. No, I'm not gonna. No. Another thing, Eric Spoelstra. Your team sucks shooting threes. What Eric Spoelstra should be doing. This is what he should be doing. Mind you, I'm not a coach, but what he should be doing is getting pick and rolls. Having Jokic come out, have him come out. Bam should be on Jamal Murray. I'm talking for the offensive mismatch. They're running plays for Bam Adebayo to take on Nikola Jokic. What are you doing?
Yeah, that ain't go. Obviously, it's not worked. Like, come on.
For Eric Spoelstra.
Bam Adebayo ain't working. What's his name? Tyler or Cody Zeller? I think Cody Zeller. That ain't working. Hey, bring
Kevin
Udonis
Love.
Haslam out there. Bring him out there.
Say, they put Udonis Haslam in yesterday, bro. Tragic.
Hey, he's averaging 15 hand clamps per quarter, man. I don't know about you.
Oh man, bro. I'm out here on 30, bro. Because every time Jokic touches the ball, I'm clapping. But
you got double.
But for me, man, there's nothing I could really say. I mean, if you really want me to play devil's advocate and you really want me to give them
some glimpse of hope.
Some type of glimpse of hope. If you really want me to be that guy, first and foremost, the number one thing you need to do, you need to get Bam Adebayo on Jamal Murray and use that on the low every single time. Because here's the thing, it's now opening up. What Miami is doing, I don't know who told Jimmy Butler he's nice at shooting threes. I don't know who told him about it, but this moron is taking contested threes. Never, but he's taking contested threes like he's Steph. Bro, you're not even Draymond. What are you doing?
Hey, Draymond shoots with a backpack on.
Right. Like, my man shoots like he's a hunchback of Notre Dame, and you out here thinking, oh, yeah, contested.
He's nice with it.
What they need to do is have Bam Adebayo. They need him on the block, and you need to try to run as many pick and rolls as you possibly can.
And we know that Jimmy's game isn't really threes. It's when he drives and he gets free throws.
Right.
That's it. I mean, shout out. I mean, that's his game. You know. I mean,
right.
Not discrediting it, but
that's the reality. But that's the reality. That is the reality. Yes, that's the reality where the only time he shoots threes is when the defense falls back because they know he's going to penetrate, and then it's a wide open three. Sure, he'll miss it, but at least it's wide open.
Right.
At least it's wide open, so you can have some type of explanation for that. So one, I'm running pick and rolls. I'm trying to get Bam Adebayo down the block with Jamal Murray for a multitude of reasons. First, let's say no one gives him any help. Let's say he has no help defense, and it's just Bam versus Jamal Murray. Bam now has a better chance because he's taller and he's more physical than Jamal Murray, so he has some type of advantage there. Let's say Jokic panics for some. I don't think he ever will. But let's say for some reason he starts crashing. Now you got someone at the top of the key wide open. Whether it's Strauss, whether it's Gabe Vincent, whether it's Kyle Lowry, you got someone up top wide open now. So now you can have Bam kick it out, and now you have a wide open three. So if you really want to run with this whole we got to shoot threes narrative, at least get yourself some wide open threes.
I'm about to say, change it up a little bit.
Yes, like at least get yourself some wide open threes, and at the same time, work the inside. But at the same time, because of what they're trying to do, and this is a brain dead move, which is why I think Eric Spoelstra is not that like this. Eric Spoelstra is phenomenal. We need to pump that narrative because what he's trying to do, he's doing what every rookie coach would do. We're gonna try to get Jokic involved in every single play. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to work Bam in the paint so that way Jokic can get quote unquote tired.
But he don't get tired. Well, that's the thing, probably. If he gets tired, he'll just throw the ball out.
Which is the thing that bothers me about of Eric Spoelstra's stupidity. Jokic can pass. Jokic is like what? The only big man really in the league, or dare I say in the history of the game, who once he's half court will just fling it to somebody else. I mean,
all what I think of is him and Magic, but I mean Magic was a point guard, but still, I mean he's tall.
I mean, yeah, he came in playing as a center, but yeah, I mean it's the same thing. Like as soon as he passes half court, he's on the logo making passes. And now guess what? Jokic can now rest on the court because not only he can do passes, but then guess what else? Oh, let me go in the corner. Let me go in the short corner and not move at all. And let me let Jamal Murray cook. Yeah. No, not even that. Let me let Jamal Murray cook. Let me let Jamal Murray do his thing, and I'll rest on the court.
Or Christian Braun or Michael. The options are pretty much endless for Denver.
Right.
Aaron Gordon.
Exactly. So they're able to run plays. So now if it's like, oh, okay, if this is the stupid play you want to do, Jokic, you don't got to be all defensive center.
No,
but you're taller than him. Give him a little bump, put both your hands up, and he's breaking everything. Bam will not be able to handle that. It's history. It's like we've already seen this. Bam Adebayo against normal centers, the Clint Capellas of the world, he struggles. And it's not because Capella's godly. It's just because he's bigger than him. Because Bam's a 4. But they have to put him at the 5 because they have no one else who can play that position.
Yeah. No, I mean that's a good point. And see, I had to look up what Jokic has done this postseason just because it's been so insane.
long.
It's so long and just so crazy. So this is his second game this postseason that he's gotten over 20 rebounds. He got 21 against LA in game one, I believe.
Yes.
So,
and I think in that 21, I believe that also was a triple double.
Oh yeah, he got 34 points, 14 assists.
Yes. Just disgusting.
So, it's so crazy, Pride, because his worst shooting game in terms of points, the very first game of the playoffs against Minnesota when he fouled out, he had 13 points. Beside that, it's been 27, 30s. Like, he's been putting up, let me see, yeah, beside like one game against Denver, he's been putting up 30 pretty much with ease. I mean, when you think of just domination and it's him. I mean, it's him. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've seen great runs, playoff runs from Curry, from LeBron, from some of the game's greatest. But you got to throw this dude up here too.
And honestly,
with no question,
it's
asked.
Not even close. Not even 110% that he needs to be in the conversation. And like I said, not even close.
And like we said before, and we'll continue to say, he got snubbed from that regular season MVP.
Yep.
But I know one thing, Pride. He won't care one bit. He won't cry a little bit. He won't miss one night of sleep.
Nope.
If he wins a Larry O'Brien or
when he wins it.
Yeah.
When he wins it.
And the one little thing called the NBA Finals MVP. I'm just saying.
110%. Look, he's definitely gonna win it, and again,
just adds to his resume.
Not only that, but like this offseason, we're gonna have to have a legitimate conversation. There's still some anti Nikola Jokic slander out there.
How anymore?
Because he's born. At this point, it's just because the guy's beard, his mustache doesn't connect to his beard. That's just the hate that he's on LeBron level hate. Like that's the type of hate this man is getting now.
He's on LeBron level hate, but he's on like who just some seventh guy on the bench type of just in terms of how he gets covered.
Yeah, it's insane, bro. But listen, man, I will say this to my dying breath, bro. 110%. This team, Denver. This is obviously the best team in I was about to say baseball. I'm tweaking. The best team in basketball. Come this offseason, Jokic, we're gonna have to have a legitimate conversation and see where people have Jokic now. Because before there was a lot of top 10s that Jokic was never even mentioned in. And mind you, he's doing the same stuff this year that he did last year.
And the year before.
Like this is a lot of this stuff. He's doing a lot of the same stuff. The only difference is now his roster is healthy.
And that's what we said about Denver. Is if they're healthy, watch out. In 20, they probably could have won it then too.
I'll be honest. They had a legitimate chance.
No, they did. They look great. But now we see, like you said, they've got all the pieces together. And I mean, like you said, they're 2 wins away from a finals. So we'll see, man. We'll definitely see. But right, let's move it on here. Let's go on to the ice. Let's talk some hockey. Golden Knights, Florida Panthers. They just absolutely got whooped the other night to Florida 7-2. We got game 3 coming up tonight. Vegas commanding 2-0 lead. Does Florida get that win back tonight, or is it 3-0 Vegas?
I think
This is in Florida, by the way. So
that's the only reason why I'm having a little bit of hesitation. I do think because the thing with Florida is at home, they do play with a little more energy.
That's what they were supposed to the other night.
Right. So that's kind of
because I'm pretty sure I think they were in Miami or they were in Florida. I believe so.
Game 2?
Yes, I think they were.
I thought they were in Vegas.
They might be. Let me check.
But I'm pretty sure they were in Vegas. I'm almost 100% positive.
Let's see.
But look, in order for Florida to have any semblance of a win. Now, I'm just talking specifically Game 3.
Oh, yeah, no, they were in Vegas.
Yeah. So this is gonna be their first home game in this series. So
yeah, for Florida,
I'll give them a little bit of a shot, right?
Yeah.
Game 1, Florida did put up something of a fight, so I'll give them props there.
Game 2, just forget about talking about that. My God,
right? It's appropriate that they're called the Panthers because they got poached, right? So, right, but
7-2, man, come on.
So here's my thing. Number one, and this is more specifically referring to Game 2.
All right,
the Panthers are struggling with discipline
in the finals of all play. You know what I mean?
Which is insane
in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Which is insane to me. Like, obviously, you saw a couple times they kind of got into it with Vegas. A lot of those are initiated by Florida because of, I think, the frustration of we need to play better, but we can't. So there's some frustration there. Not only that, but again, plenty of penalties from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that goes back to the frustration, where there's a lot of slashing, a lot of tripping, which again, that to me is more along the lines of they're frustrated and they don't know what else to do. In hockey, I understand. For those that don't watch hockey, yes, it is very physical, but there's a fine line between physical and just outright dangerous. And
they're different and dangerous.
Right, and Florida is, in essence, trying to trip dudes up and everything. So it's like, so for one, discipline, you're screwing yourself over by playing undisciplined. Breathe. Just stop putting yourselves in these awkward situations where you're, in essence, giving the Golden Knights more opportunities to score. That's number one. Number two, I can't say this guy's last name, but the Vegas forward. His first name is Jonathan. His last name is like
Marchessault.
Marchessault. Yeah, I call him Marchessault because my man has been
yeah, I believe.
No, it's not because it looks like, because my man been doo-dooing in the butt on Florida, right? He's got 3 goals, and every time he's got the puck, I swear to God, he kind of takes a quick look up, like, where am I? If this man is within shooting distance, he's flinging it, not giving a single bleep. But it's because he knows I'll fling it. Florida will have an awkward shift to go for the puck, and they'll put themselves in an awkward situation. The Panthers have to make sure at all costs, Jonathan Marchessault, I'm calling him Marchessault, I don't care. They need to make sure that if he gets the puck, you need to make sure you play physical enough with him where he has to get rid of that puck. I know before the series, I said the problem with Vegas is they have multiple guys who can score.
Right. Just a bunch of options.
Right now, Marchessault, he has the hot hand. You need to take that puck away from him. He's got the hot hand.
Do whatever you need to.
Whatever you need to do. He is feeling it, and he plays beautifully, whether it's a full ice or power plays. Does not matter. This man he's feeling it. He's in all the right spots. He's taking all the right shots. If you're Florida, you need to play in a way where his mentality is pass first. Regardless if it's you beating on him and he doesn't want to have the puck anymore, or he sees something and he wants to be more of a pass first guy. Regardless, you need to get that puck out of his hands. And until that happens, I don't think they're going to end up winning. Right?
Right.
Number 3. This right here is going to be a very tough thing to say. But I don't know how you guys. I remember Logan. We were talking earlier, and I said I don't think Florida has a chance, but if they do, Bobrovsky is going to have to be that guy, and he's been anything but.
Yeah, I mean, last game showed you that he's definitely cooled off.
But
the series against Carolina, Brian, no one could score against him.
No, not at all. And it made me look at him as, wow, this guy, oof, right? Mm-hmm. But Logan, even game 1, 5. He gave up 5.
Yeah, so he's given up what, 12 goals in 2 games?
Yeah, like that's horrible.
So do you think maybe just the lights are too bright for him?
I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like this dude, like think about this, man. Coming into this series, this man was 8-1.
On fire.
On fire. His goals against average was 1.51.
Which is insane. Like
insane doesn't even begin to even
touch. That's like next level.
Yes, that's like Bump Hall of Fame, borderline GOAT type of discussion.
Type of numbers.
And
in the playoffs too. I mean, like
that's what I'm saying. And he had a save percentage of over 95%. It was 95.954. This encompasses the entire series against Toronto. Mm-hmm. And the entire series against Carolina. So it's not like you're just looking at one series. No. You're looking at their 2 series that they, like the last 2 series they had coming in.
And Carolina was a great goal-scoring team.
Yes. Yeah, in their respective block, they were the first. They were the first seed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people expected Carolina to be, the Hurricanes to be in the Stanley Cup Championship. That's what a lot of people. That's what they expected.
Yeah.
And now, and remember, before, man, Bobrovsky, I was on this man heavy. I don't know if it's the lights are too bright. Maybe the fairy tale has come to an end. Maybe it was just a lucky streak. I don't know what it is. But Bobrovsky, he just is not it. And maybe I should give an honorable mention. Kachuk, I believe is how you say his name.
Yes, I believe so.
He was their the Florida Panthers leading scorer.
Yeah, he was on fire too against the I believe in the Carolina series. He couldn't miss a shot.
It's the same thing where
they just went cold.
All of a sudden, I think for now for Kachuk, I think that's more of him going cold because during the regular season. This man was a savage too.
Yeah, but he was solid.
So I'm gonna be nice and say for Chuck, I'm gonna say that it's just he's unfortunately getting cold at the wrong time.
Which I mean, that's sports. That happens.
Right. So that's kind of why for me, I'm gonna be nice and just say he's getting cold. Game 3, he needs to.
He's got to come out. Yeah,
he has to.
Well, whether it's more shots, whether it's obviously getting goals.
Regardless, if he only shoots the puck 3 times. Or he only gets 3 shots, but gets 2 goals. I'm willing to survive with that.
I would say, yeah, if they're scoring, that's fine. But if they're not, keep shooting.
Right.
Shoot,
100%.
You know this.
100%. But for me, like I said, those are the 3 things that if Florida's going to want to win game 3, they need to be disciplined. So stop with the frustration fouls or the frustration penalties because you're just digging a deeper hole for yourself that you're not going to be able to overcome. You got to be physical with Marchessault.
Mm-hmm.
And again, even if you're not physical, you just need to get the puck out of his hands at all costs. And Bobrovsky you got to figure it out, man. I don't know if you need to just go and rewatch because a lot of guys have done this where they'll watch tape of themselves. They'll look at, for example, for him, what I would do, pull up game 2, and then go pull up any other game from your magical run. I don't care which one it was. But you pull that up and compare. Because you're going to have to do that. And then obviously the honorable mention, I'm going to say, Kachuk, he's going to have to figure it out. But like I said, I'm going to be nice because, this year, he's been solid. And obviously, I already talked about the penalties, but Kachuk has been doing a lot of them too. Again, for him, I'm going to be nice to say it's the frustration of him going cold now. Because again, in the NHL, he was second in the NHL with 21 points through the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. So he had something, right? But and here's the other thing too. In his last 16 games prior to this series, I want you to guess how many penalty minutes he had, Logan.
Ooh.
In the 16 games prior to this.
I'll go low. I'll go like 20. I don't know, 20.
24.
Not bad.
Do you know how many he has in just 2 games against Vegas?
How many?
36.
Yeah.
That goes up to the discipline thing I was talking about. You're the leading scorer, and you can't stay on the ice.
That's a problem.
That's a big problem. And like I said, I do think it's frustration. But no matter how frustrated you are, you cannot allow that to interfere with how you're playing on the ice. This right here is in my opinion, the biggest game, not only of this season, dare I say, in the history of the organization that is the Florida Panthers. I don't know how you can replicate this run next year.
Yeah, but it's kind of like those once in a lifetime type of runs. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's kind of what it feels like.
Exactly, because it's everything was clicking perfectly. Everybody was getting hot at the right time.
And now you can't hit nothing.
Right. So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know. I don't see this happening again next year. And I genuinely believe Game 3 is going to be the biggest in the history of this franchise, because once you lose here,
it's pretty much you cooked.
Not only is it pretty much done, I mean, maybe you could stretch it to 5 games, but the demoralization that comes with coming off of 7-2, then you lose at home where Florida feels very comfortable because they play faster and they play more aggressive and smarter at home. If you lose at home, down 3-0, I don't know, man. And on top of that, too, Vegas is a very disciplined team. So it's not like they're going to come out and just Game 4, they're going to lay an egg. No, I don't think that happens. I don't know if Florida – I know I said Vegas at 5, but for the sake of consistency, I'm going to still rock with it, but nah, bro,
I'm about to say, we'll see what's going to happen here in about 10 minutes or so when the puck drops, and we will see what happens. We know our boy Tony Gonzalez, Chris's father, he's been rocking with Vegas for a while now, since the Blue Jackets were eliminated. So we'll see. Like I said, so far his team's looking real good, man. We'll see what happens. Game 3 tonight in in Florida. Man, Florida's got all the teams right now. Like I keep getting confused. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Why not, Pride? Why not keep it with Florida? Why not keep it with Florida? Why not keep it with Miami? It has not been officially put pen to paper, but all signs are pointing. The guy said it himself.
Yeah, I was about to say, Messi said it himself.
7-time Ballon d'Or award winner, basically the European MVP.
Uh-huh.
Lionel Messi is going to be joining Major League Soccer in the U.S. with Inter Miami CF. Pride. I know we're not huge soccer fans here, but
speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. The GOAT has come to us. We have been blessed. I myself, just like let this sink in. Imagine the GOATs taking their talents to South Beach. First LeBron, now Messi. Oh, don't you love it? You love to hear it, bro. You love to hear and see it. Look here, bro. I'll be 100% honest. There have been rumors that Messi, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, that Messi was supposed to come to the MLS.
Yes.
Okay. It tickled me in a very great way. Okay. it tickled me in a way my wife would tickle me, which is very good, dare I say. It didn't happen. I got mad. Okay? Deep in my feelings. Okay? Maybe I cried. We're not talking about what the young pride did back in the day, right?
Yeah, that's a young pride.
But now, Messi, oh my days. By the way, do you know how much the ticket prices have soared?
I know I saw that the cheapest ticket prior to him signing was, I believe, $30. And now the cheapest ticket is $330. Which it could have went up by then. I just saw it this morning. So
like some tickets have went up 1,000%. The prices.
Which is insane.
Like, it is stupidly insane. The average ticket, as of today, the average ticket is $1,248.
Bro, that's crazy. and also, let's not get it twisted. Inter Miami, not a good club this year.
No, they're not, and I don't think anyone's gonna try to pretend that they are. That being said, when you have someone like Messi,
of this
now he's still a talent, but his leadership is also something that people are not really mentioning about this whole situation. Like, his leadership, it should. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna do that. It will elevate this franchise. Okay,
I got you.
I'm not gonna be a bleep and be like, oh, it might probably. No.
It is.
I am as certain as I am about anything. I am as certain as about this as I am that my children are mine. The leadership of Lionel Messi will elevate this franchise to heights unseen.
Hey, in pride, all I'm gonna say is if you're Orlando City right now, the other MLS club in Florida, that's what you're gonna be known as, the other MLS club.
Bro, honestly, I'm buying a jersey. Bump it. I'm buying a jersey.
Hey, you better be sitting on that thing for a while because it is going to be hard to grab.
I am not an Inter Miami fan at all. Bump them. Okay? New England Revolution. All that.
I know Ralph Wright's getting one.
But for Messi, Messi's my superhero. He is my guy. And again, a lot of these guys are solid guys, and here's always been the problem, at least in my opinion, with Inter Miami. This has always been my problem.
Okay.
It's not that they suck. Right? Jean Mata is a very solid infielder. Okay? Right? Campagna at the forward, I like him a lot. But the problem that I think they have is that they're just wandering.
Uh-huh.
They don't, I don't want to say they don't know what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing. It's like everyone is just kind of like, you go over there, okay, what do I do from here? I don't know. You got a phone, Google it. That's kind of what it always felt like. It felt like a snake with no head, arms with no shoulders. I call them interblob because they are just an amalgamation, a big blob. Like those movies when like the blob just like absorbs everything in sight.
That's kind of what's going to be like.
That's what Inter Miami is for me. They're this big amalgamation that has no brain. So every piece of the body is trying to go a different place. So they never really ever go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how I've always looked at it. And again, they're not a bad organization. They're really not. Like, if you look back, yeah, sure, they've lost to some teams, but again, the last game, the last game that they played, right? They lost to DC 2-1 in a very competitive game. Very competitive. The game before that, yes, they lost to New York 1-0, a very competitive game where they still had shots on goal. Same thing with Montreal the week before that, 1-0. Sure, they lost, but they had their opportunities. outside of Orlando, where they lost 3-1, which, again, I saw it. They had their opportunities. Outside of that, they've had opportunities after opportunities after opportunities after opportunities to score and win. A lot of their losses are by one goal, and one goal is the difference with the leadership that one Lionel Messi brings to the table, baby. Look at this man. Look at him. You tell me this. Look at him, bro. Look at him. That's it. I'm getting my haircut. I'm getting the Lionel Messi. That's it. I'm getting my haircut. Cut my hair. Butt braids. Who needs them? Every tattoo he got, I'm getting.
Just gonna copy and paste.
But that's it. Copy and paste. I'm being dark. My new name. Hold on. I got my new name. Dark Skin Messi.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, that's it. Dark Skin.
It's happening right now.
Messi. Yep. Montez Meat Pumping Ford is no more.
Is
Dark
had a good
Skin
run.
Messi has entered the chat. Yeah.
Hit it with it.
Entered the chat, my boys. I'm still rocking with New England. Don't
Boys,
I am not becoming Judas Iscariot now. Okay, I'm rocking my team. However, me and which ironically that is our next game. Ironically too.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
That is our next game. But from what I understand, I think they said that they expect Messi to be there in a couple weeks. I think it was in like July something.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean it's gonna be a minute, but
yeah, it'll be like a month. It'll be about a month.
And Pride, I can't wait to see the money this man's about to get because he turned down $1 billion with a B $1 billion contract with the Saudis for this.
I know it's
not going to be $1 billion contract, but I know he's going to get that bag. I know it said that he is probably going to get the Apple TV shares, the merchandise season, all of that. He's going to get a cut of, which, I mean, rightfully so. If you bring on a guy this stature to your team, come on.
What a time to be alive, man. What a time to be alive. And like I said, man, like this, like for me, I love this. I really do. And I'm telling you, man, like this team, Inter Miami, is not bad. But now that they got the leadership of Messi,
it might be a whole new thing. Whole new level for them.
What a time to be alive.
They might transcend.
No, they're not. They ain't no might. Ain't no might.
They is.
He will transcend, evolutionize. He will be the reason that Inter Miami learns how to play proper football.
Football.
Yes, football.
With a U.
Messi Mania. What a time to be alive.
Messi Mania. I love it. All right, Pride, final thoughts here. This came across my phone, and I was going to discuss it on Tuesday, but we might as well talk about it right now. Oklahoma, college softball, trying to get a three-peat. It'll be the first time in 33 years if they can defeat Florida State Seminoles tonight. Do you think Oklahoma gets it done and continue? I think they're on like a 52-game winning streak or something insane. Basically, do they win it tonight?
I'm going to say yes.
All right. Yeah, I think they bro, they're on fire. Like, let's be real here. If you win 50+ games, what's one more? Are you right? Like, come on.
yeah.
I mean, what's one more? Why not go for a three-peat, which is insane in any sport, college softball, especially with you got people turning over left. You know what I mean? Oh,
it's true.
We'll talk about more on Tuesday whenever they're more than likely going to be crowned champs.
Of course, more likely. But I will say this though, the discipline that Oklahoma has had.
Oh my God, it's insane.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know, I can't believe it. Also here, going back to a little bit about Miami, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, but Tyler Hero still not cleared, broke hand. I mean, I don't think it would have made much of a difference at this point anyways, but
no.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm not going to say if he was in the lineup, it would have. It
makes no difference. It makes no difference.
Yeah.
Instead of losing by 10, they lose by 15. I don't.
I mean, that's just less shots, for Bam or Jimmy to take. and whatever the 7 guys they bring off their bench. I mean, they use their whole roster. Pride. Denver, it kind of varies, but they use their whole roster.
And I think the only 2 guys they didn't use were because they were injured. It was Tyler Hero, and there was one other guy who didn't play, but he was an active.
I still can't believe they put Udonis Haslem in the game for a minute.
They're bums.
Oh my god, that's insane. Well, probably any other final thoughts you got before we get out tonight?
Yeah, I don't know if you were going to talk about this on Monday. Dame Lillard.
We'll save that for Tuesday's show.
All right, sensational. Then. So I have another one.
We'll save that then.
All right, I have another one. So supposedly James Harden. So from what I understand, the reason why the Phoenix Suns waived Chris Paul was so that they would be able to make a legitimate play for James Harden.
Bro, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. I mean, this team would have won everything back in like 2017.
I don't know about all that, but I will say this. Before it was said that Harden was stuck between going back to Philly and to basically say, oh yeah, this is the best team I can go to right now to win a championship. Especially with a new coach and trying to figure some stuff out. Or he was going to say, bump it. It is what it is. I'm just going to put on my numbers and live comfortably. That was for him to go back to Houston.
And visit some adult gentlemen clubs.
Correct. Right. He was going to Lou Williams.
I mean, Brett Metten's got his jersey hung up in multiple establishments.
It's wild, bro. Surprised I haven't burned it. So this supposedly the Phoenix Suns were originally planning on keeping Chris Paul. Supposedly they were originally going to keep him.
Right. Originally that was the plan. That plans change, Pride.
They change faster than I have to change my kid's shitty underwear. Supposedly they had a conversation with James Harden before they cut Chris Paul. And James Harden basically said, I am willing. Wait, did I curse?
It's all right. Everyone, you got one. It's fine.
Oh,
that's strike one.
Man.
That's strike one.
Oh, bleep me.
We don't. Yeah.
Bleep me, man. I'm sorry.
I gotta find like a button. All right. I gotta find a sound. We'll throw it in there.
No.
Like, so
every time I curse for editing, just put yeah. No, I don't want that one. I want the LA.
Hold on. Where's it at? I gotta find it. We'll just put this right here. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I want. I want that one every time I curse.
Okay.
But supposedly originally they were gonna keep Chris Paul. Then they had a conversation with James Harden, and James Harden was very not only interesting, but willing to go to Phoenix. Henceforth, why they cut Chris Paul. So
interesting.
Maybe James Harden to Phoenix. Maybe.
Potentially.
With all due respect, it won't make a difference. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but it will make
unless Phoenix can get some type of bench production, they're cooked.
Exactly. Like that's like the problem is with them is you're trading an old, like think about this. You're trading an old injured guard for a slightly younger, but plays like he's old injured guard. Like the problem with Chris Paul was that he was always injured. James Harden is the same way. So it's like I don't see the reason or the purpose to really go get James Harden. All power to them. I'm not going to say that it'll be an L because essentially you're trading Chris Paul. If they get him, you're essentially trading Chris Paul for James Harden. I'm not going to sit here and say it's an L.
No.
But I'd be hard.
I'm not calling it. I don't know if I'd say it a W. Yeah,
exactly. Like I'd be hard pressed to call it a W.
We'll call it a T. We'll call it a tie.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll be good with that because again, like you've seen James Harden. Like James Harden is not the same.
No,
he's not the same. And the problem you guys really had really wasn't regular season. It was playoffs, which he's been struggling even more than anybody else.
And he has his whole career.
Right. So, thank God I'm not a Phoenix Suns fan, though.
Oh, shout out Chris Robinson. That brother's going through it.
Good. Keep going through it. Go through it over there on the West.
Oh, man. All right, Pry. That wraps up our show tonight. We got the Stanley Cup tipping off here in just a minute. NBA tomorrow night. Always a pleasure working with you, my friend. It's always fun time. Once again, shout out to everyone tuning in tonight. We appreciate love, support on our Facebook, YouTube, and now Twitch channel. Also Twitter and TikTok, all our social medias. You know where to find us. Like I said, next Thursday, we're going to have Jay back in the head chair. And it's going to be a wild ride, because, my God, he's got a lot to talk about, I'm sure. But once again, thanks so much for coming over today, man. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure to be here and spend time with you, my brother.
I appreciate it, man. Like I said, check us out. I'm not sure if we're going to go live on Saturday. We'll have to see if we're going to be available. But we will put it on our social media and let you know if we're going to be that day or not. Like I said, Tuesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard. Saturdays at 1. For my guest, Pride, I've been your host and producer, Logan Landers. Guys, have a great rest of your Thursday night. Enjoy your Friday, and we will talk to you again on episode 344. We'll see you then.